which is the first panel discussion as well as the second panel discussion. If you are not attending the Buddha walks or the B2B meetings, you are free to visit the exhibition area where we have representation from 14 states of India which have been endowed with Buddhist relics and sites, monasteries or artifacts. So you will be able to understand more about the details regarding the Buddhist tour, as it is not limited to the core Buddhist circuit. We also have the Sarnath Museum. Please find time during the day to be able to visit the museum. And we will be leaving this venue at 6 p.m. this evening. Please be in your coaches in time so that we are at the Taj Ganges Hotel for the evening cultural program. And as I mentioned earlier, today's program is completely hosted by the state government of Uttar Pradesh. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our panel discussion, which is our first panel, India, the land of Buddha. And I'd like to now request our guests to please join me on stage. May I request the Secretary Tourism, Mr. Vinod Zutshi, to please bring in all the other guests as well. Mr. Marcio Favia, the Executive Director, World Tourism Organization. Mr. Navneet Sehgal, Principal Secretary, Tourism, Government of Uttar Pradesh. Ms. Stefania Abakarli, the Senior Development Planner, Culture in Sustainable Development at the World Bank. Mr. Amrish Tiwari, representative of IATO, the Indian Association of Tour Operators. The Joint Secretary Tourism, Mr. Suman Villa, and the Additional Secretary, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Mrs. Meenakshi Sharma. May I request all of you to please take your seats on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have a lot of people standing in the aisles. May I request you to please be seated? A request to also keep your mobile phones in the silent mode or switched off. So this is the panel that will be discussing India, the land of Buddha. And we will have the panel discussion preceded by a presentation by the Additional Director General, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, and the Principal Secretary of Uttar Pradesh, who will be making a presentation on the topic that we have. So I'd like to, the panel will also be moderated by the Secretary of Tourism, Mr. Vinod Zutshi. Ladies and gentlemen, we require you to please be silent. May I request you all to please be seated? Please be seated. Before I hand over to Mr. Vinod Zutshi, who will be making an introduction to the topic as well as to the panelists, we will have this presentation done jointly by the Additional Director General, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Mrs. Meenakshi Sharma, and the Principal Secretary, Tourism of Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Navneet Sehgal. So would you like to make the presentation first, or would you like to say a few words first, sir? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary Tourism, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Mr. Vinod Zutshi.
Excellencies, Venerables, ladies and gentlemen. The panel discussion that we would be experiencing now is India, the land of Buddha. And the Ministry of Tourism, the State Tourism Department of Uttar Pradesh will make an attempt to showcase India as land of Buddha and Buddhist heritage in the country. I would not like to take much time in the beginning. I would like to introduce the panelists that we have in front of you. We have Mr. Marcio Favia, the Executive Director of World Tourism Organization. We have Mr. Navneet Sehgal, the Principal Secretary Tourism, Government of Uttar Pradesh. We have the General Secretary of Indian Association of Tour Operators, Mr. Amrish Tiwari. We have Ms. Stefania Abakali, Senior Development Planner, Culture and Sustainable Development from World Bank. We have the Additional Director General of Tourism, Shrimati Meenakshi Sharma, and we have Mr. Suman Billa, the Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism. To begin the panel discussion, as I had mentioned, I would call upon Mrs. Meenakshi Sharma to make a presentation on the subject of India, the land of Buddha, and then we will have presentation from the State Tourism Secretary, Mr. Navneet Sehgal. Mrs. Meenakshi Sharma, you may please begin your presentation. Thank you.
Namaste. It's my privilege to present about the land of Buddha. There is nothing much to say. We like to present that India has a heritage which goes from north to south, to east to west, and the Buddhist sites are all over the place. I will let you see the images and will tell you why you should be coming to India, visiting the land of Buddha, and it's such a pride for all of us to be here. We are privileged in being in India, where Gautam Buddha was able to give the message to the whole world. The world came to know as Siddhartha, as the minister spoke in the morning, as Gautam Buddha after he was in both Gaya and in the Sarnath. As all of us know that Buddhism originated in the kingdom of Magadha, which is now called Bihar. We will be visiting Bihar tomorrow. It was encouraged by King Bimbisar. It was also given the patronage of Emperor Ashok. And Buddhist pilgrimage in India is more than 2,500-year-old, and it still exists in its various sites. I would be just spending few minutes on the journey he took in the states of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, and then India. Lumbini, where he took birth, is in Nepal. Bodh Gaya, where he attained entitlement, is in Bihar. Sarnath, where we all are privileged to be here today, where he preached his first sermon. And Kushinagar, where he attained the liberation. This is a journey, if you see how it happened. He was born in Lumbini, got his awakening in Bodh Gaya, came to Sarnath and gave his first sermon, and went to Kushinagar, where he attained liberation. This is the Bodh Gaya, Bihar, where we will be visiting tomorrow. The Mahabodhi temple. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Sarnath, the Dhamek Stupa. All of us have been blessed to see this place today, and I think we had the wonderful spiritual experience in the morning. This is the stupa we visited in the morning. The Kushinagar, where he got the Mahaparinirvan, that is the liberation. It's a shrine which is 6-meter long statue, and I'm sure Mr. Navneet Sehgal is going to give us a very, very detailed presentation of the Uttar Pradesh Buddhist heritage. Kushinagar. So, Uttar Pradesh has the pride of being the state where Lord Buddha marked his footprints for a longest time. Beyond this is the Shravasti, Kaushambi. Again, it is a place where it is believed that he had stayed for a long time and preached. Kapilvastu, it was actually the ancient capital of the Sakya clan, where Gautam Buddha Siddhartha, the prince Siddhartha actually came from, and the ruler Sudhodan was the father of the Buddha. So it is a place he grew up. Ambedkar Park, Lucknow is the present day lot of Buddhists go there as a heritage site. Now I move to Bihar, Rajgir. Again, we are going to visit Rajgir tomorrow morning. It is where the teachings of the master was first codified, and actually it became the venue for the first Buddhist council. We are going to visit this place tomorrow. Nalanda, the first Buddhist university, is a small village, but Buddha gave his sermons in a nearby forest, and now this is one of the latest World Heritage Sites, and we are going to visit this tomorrow. Vaishali, this is the place he delivered his last sermon, and he informed his disciples that he is going to attain the Mahaparinirvan. This is the place, Vaishali. This was about Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. I would like to share with you the heritage which actually is not limited to Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. It goes across the country. And this is, I am starting from the northernmost corner and we will go down to the south. Jammu and Kashmir. Actually, it was the great emperor Ashok who basically created the Buddhist heritage in the city of Srinagar. And Kashmir has always been one of the most important centers for the spread and development of the Buddhism. We have this Ligir monastery in Kashmir, which was created in the 15th century. Elechi monastery in Leh is again regarded as one of the most important Buddhist centers in Ladakh, and also as the monastic jewel of the Ladakh. It again dates back to nearly 1,000 years, and you can see the Tibetan influence on this particular monastery. Again, Hemis monastery, it is aligned to the Drukpa lineage of Mahayana Buddhism, and also which is also known as the Red Sect, and is the largest monastic complex in Ladakh today. Thebo monastery, Ladakh. These stupas in this monastery belong to 13th to 15th of century and are still in quite a good condition. And in their monastery there are a lot of paintings, on the walls, on the ceilings, and there are a lot of caves. And it is known as Ajanta of the Himalayas. I'm sure it must be a good place to visit. Again in Leh Ladakh, Thursday Monastery, built some 600 years ago and consists of 12 levels ascending a hillside. It actually goes up to in a particular apartment which is supposed to be the private apartment of the incarnate Lama. Leaving Jammu and Kashmir behind, I moved to Himachal Pradesh. In Himachal Pradesh also the Buddhism can be traced to the 9th century AD. It became a dominant religion in the parts of Lahore, Spiti, and again its influence spread to the other neighboring areas like Kinnaur. Again, it's a place where we find some very beautiful and some old and some new monastery. Kai Monastery is at a height of 13,688 feet and is one of the oldest and the biggest monastery in the Lahore and Spiti district of Himachal Pradesh. It is a religious training center. Nako Monastery has a very well developed and established Vajrayana Buddhist in India. There is another monastery, the Bir Monastery. Delhi. Delhi has not been seen as a Buddhist circuit, but I think all of you had a good experience yesterday when you went to the National Museum and could witness the relics of Buddha, Lord Buddha there. And we have some very, very nice statues. I missed that trip, so I'm sure you had a good time there. Going to Punjab. It is understood that the Buddhism came to Punjab through Gautam Buddha himself, and he gained foothold up to the Gandhar region within the 300 years of the Mahaparinirvan. Actually, the statue in the National Museum is seen to have the Gandhar influence, which shows that it must have passed through Punjab, Delhi, Punjab, and went up to the Gandhar in the Central Asia. So for more than 1,000 years, it was a prominent religion for the people in this region. One of the Buddhist sites which has been excavated in Punjab is in Sanghol. Coming to Haryana, Buddha and his disciple Ananda, they traveled through the Haryana several times via the ancient route of Mathura, Taxila, and went to Gandhar, which I was just discussing about. There is a Buddhist stupa at the Chaneti Ambala, which is well revered. Gujarat. In Gujarat, the introduction of Buddhism dates back to the Mauryan rulers in the 3rd century BC. It is the 5th place in the world where some bodily relics of Lord Buddha have been found. The Chinese traveler Huan Tsang noticed the presence of over 200 monasteries which provided shelter to more than 2,000 monks made in 640 AD. This is the Khapra Kodia caves in Junagadh district, which dates back to the 4th century AD in Gujarat. Rajasthan also, we could find certain sites which dates back to BC 261 to 160. And there are certain rock-cut chaityas in the Kolvi, Hadoti region, and also the Buddhist rock-cut viharas. So some chaityas and viharas can be seen in Rajasthan also. This is one of the Buddhist ruins in Bharat, Jaipur. Chhattisgarh. Again, Chhattisgarh Sirpur has been seen as a pillar of Buddhism. And it was the important center for Buddhism between the 6th to 10th century AD. This is an excavated Buddha Vihar found in Sirpur, Chhattisgarh. Again, a Buddha Vihar which has been in Chhattisgarh. There is a Buddhist monastery in Phat. I'm just giving you the major ones. Pragyagiri, which is a 30-foot statue of Buddha in meditation, and there is an international annual Buddhist meet which is organized there. Madhya Pradesh is very popular on the Buddhist circuit. Sanchi, all of us are aware of Sanchi. Buddhist art and architecture, it is actually flourished up to the 12th AD and then got rediscovered in the 19th century. The Buddhist circuit in Madhya Pradesh are Sanchi, Satdhara, Sonari, Andher and Sanchi, again a UNESCO World Heritage Site, something to be, I think it's something which all of us would like to visit. Maharashtra has also a has been a home for Buddhism in India, and the western part of Maharashtra, they have been provided, we have a large number of caves and stupas and viharas lying all over Maharashtra. Ajanta and Ellora caves are world famous. Ajanta caves, they belong to the 2nd century BC, and the artistic arc of the 30 rock cut caves is blessed with a mystic aura ruling its creative excellence. This is in the Chaitya Hall of Ajanta, Buddha in the Chaitya Hall of Ajanta. Ellora caves have all the 3 major religions of that time, Buddhist, some rocks which belong to Jainism and some which belong to Hinduism. Again, where you can feel the presence of Buddhist culture even today. Coming to Maharashtra, again I think we missed some slides there. The Kanheri caves, the Bhaja caves. Again Nagpur, Dikshbhumi. It's a present day one of those places where a lot of Buddhists like to go for pilgrimage, and it's a very, very popular monastery. Vipassana Center in Mumbai. Coming to West Bengal, Darjeeling is a home to many important monasteries, some of the very beautiful monasteries. Phum Monastery is also known as one of the oldest Tibetan Buddhist monastery in the Darjeeling area. It has a statue of seated Maitreya. Assam, going to the northeast of India, the Padmasambhav, the founder of the Tibetan Buddhism, he died in Hajo, which is only 28 kilometers from Guwahati. I'm giving you some picture of some heritage sites there. Tinsukia in Buddha Vihar, Namfakia Buddha Vihar, then it is in Dibrugarh Buddha Vihar. Sikkim, again Sikkim is more like Leh and Ladakh. It is dotted with beautiful monasteries at a very high altitude. Rumtek Monastery, East Sikkim is one of the most important sites in India for Buddhist pilgrimage. It has traditional architectural design, and it actually became the model for the other monasteries which came in other parts of the country. Tashiting Monastery, this is in West Sikkim. It was visited by a Buddhist Tatrayana master Guru Padmasambhav in 8th century AD. Phenshen Monastery, North Sikkim. Relaying Monastery, South Sikkim. Twang Monastery, which is at 10,000 feet above this is in Arunachal Pradesh, above the sea level. Odisha is famous for its caves, for its Buddhist cave. Udaygiri and Khandgiri caves are very well revered in the Buddhist pilgrimage. Ratnagiri. Now coming to the south of India, Telangana, we have a Mahastup Dhulikatta, which is, I think, has been created between the 2nd century BC to the 2nd century AD. Nagarjun Konda, Nalgonda district, again belonging from 3rd century AD to 5th century AD. Hussain Sagar Lake, which is a recent, one of the recent, I would say, heritage, it can't be called heritage, a new Buddhist site. Again, Andhra Pradesh has some of the world famous Buddhist sites. Amravati has a beautiful site for Buddhist. Going back to the 4th century in Guntur district, we have Undavali caves, Karnataka. Again, Buddhist land in Karnataka even before the time of the Emperor Ashok, and it has been, Buddhism was very popular in Karnataka between the 3rd century BC to 3rd century AD. Bailakuppe temple, which of course came after the 1959 when we had the Tibetans who came to India and they established a lot of monasteries. This is one of the very famous sites for us. Namproni Nikuka Monastery, it is again in Bailakuppe, Mysore district. Coming to Tamil Nadu, is Chudamani Vihar. It is in the Nagapattinam district of Tamil Nadu. It has more than 350 Buddha bronze idols which were found in in the excavations. So just to give you a feel, I just wanted to show you how the Buddhist heritage is available in India, and we are blessed to have those heritage across the country. It is just to give you a feeling that how many of those sites are there, and we would all welcome you to these sites and come and visit these sites. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Meenakshi Sharma ji, for an excellent presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have seen the diversity of the Buddha heritage in India through her presentation. Meenakshi had tried to showcase Buddhist heritage pan-India. Now we will have a presentation from the Principal Secretary Tourism of the state of Uttar Pradesh, which is the hub and the epicenter along with state of Bihar. So I request Mr. Navneet Sehgal to kindly make his presentation on the Buddha heritage in the state of Uttar Pradesh where we are sitting today. Mr. Navneet Sehgal.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Innovated little